Hi, guys. Good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I will be discussing what I thought of the latest and great episode of AMC's Fear the Walking Dead. I just got done watching it a few minutes ago. Oh my god, so much happened. There's so much to talk about. Now, before I get into all of that, of course, and I keep talking too long and too much, please be warned, this is going to be a spoiler-filled episode review. Again, this is a spoiler-filled review. If you're not caught up on Fear the Walking Dead by this episode or the past couple episodes, do not keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing big, major spoilers and shocking reveals, so you have been warned. That being said, spoilers from here on out starting now. Wow, what an episode. What an episode. This was a fantastic episode. This is already my second favorite season. The first season being my favorite season was season 1. I loved that season. But I am really starting to love season 4. And you know what? I liked seasons 2 and 3 just fine, but here's what I think the problem was with those two previous seasons. They felt a little bit too civilized. Like the world hadn't completely fallen apart yet, and things were still moving at a somewhat normal pace or speed. There were moments of chaos during both seasons and plenty of shocking moments, but it felt too civilized, I feel like, where season 4 feels completely uncivilized, dirty, gritty, raw, emotional, and I think that is exactly what this episode has given us, and that's why it was so damn good. I mean, we got to see tons of explanation and character backstory tonight. We learned that Naomi is the woman that John is looking for. He knew her as Laura, so she clearly gave him a fake name, and the bag was hers, and it had the other signature Colt pistol like the one John has. So hey, now he's got both guns. Oh god, I hope he gets to use them in a scene this season where he's shooting at a vulture or he's shooting at a walker with both pistols or something. That would look badass. But this whole episode was just fantastic because it had so many great character moments. It was dealing with the aftermath of Nick's shocking sudden death last week's episode. And then this episode did such a good job with its storytelling, how it was constantly cutting back and forth between past and present, but you weren't lost at all. You could tell what was really happening and what had already happened and what you think is going to happen next. I really enjoyed Victor's arc in this episode. I loved how he keeps a piece of the debris of the wall to remind himself that he does not want to be that kind of man that he used to be when we first met him, that he's really, really trying not to be a sleazebag anymore, and I admire him for that. I think that's great. And I also really enjoyed Naomi and Alicia's adventure into the water park. That was a great sequence there. Those two scavenging the water park. What an interesting, great idea to set up refuge in a water park of all places. This season has done a baseball diamond field, and now we've got a water park. And I think that's pretty cool. And then they had like chlorine-drenched walkers, just completely drenched in chlorine and pool water, which looked nasty. I mean, they looked great, but they looked nasty. And then we also had those walkers that Strand and the other guy encountered when they were in that garden center place with a bunch of it looked like either porcupine pines or cactus. Like these walkers had fallen into a batch of cactus, and they were just covered in cactus. So it was very cool seeing walkers being affected by the elements or being infected by their environments, and I thought that was a pretty nice touch. And that's something that The Walking Dead excels at, and Fear the Walking Dead is just getting good at it. In fact, this episode reminded me of The Walking Dead more than it did Fear the Walking Dead, but Fear the Walking Dead now this season has been so damn good. They're doing such a great job with their stories, their characters, their action sequences, their pacing, the drama. Everything about this season so far has been really incredible, and I think there's just so much more to go and look forward to. This episode alone was like pure gold. I mean, it had a little bit of everything. It had character drama, it had some shocking character reveals, though it had some softer, tender moments. I loved how all of these characters are now regretting the decisions they made, how they all wish they could have gone back and done what they originally wanted to do. Strand wanted to leave, Alicia wanted to leave, Nick and Luciana wanted to go somewhere else as well, but now they all regret it because now Nick is dead, and so is presumably Naomi and Madison. Now, I did notice that Alicia and Luciana name dropped Nick, but when it came to Strand, he said, "My friend is dead." Now, he could have been referring to Nick, or he could have been referring to Madison. Both are very good possibilities, unfortunately. But it is entirely possible he was referring to Nick in that scenario and not Madison, because nobody has mentioned Madison, her fates, or her status at all yet. And we probably won't find that out for another couple more episodes, so we're going to have to keep watching. And I loved, this is going to sound kind of sad and a little mean, but I loved seeing John's reaction to realizing that Laura knew these people, that she knew Strand, Alicia, and Luciana, and that they had her stuff, or the Vultures did at least. And now I wonder if this is going to challenge John's more peaceful approach to things, like preferably not to take life and not to be violent. And I wonder if this is a thing that maybe pushes him over that edge to become more violent. And I love that Morgan's going with them to support him and back him up emotionally, and also back him up in case they get into a violent confrontation with the Vultures. So I'm looking forward to that. God, this episode just had so much tonight, and it was just all so damn entertaining and so exciting. I really ate up every moment of it. And my jaw dropped when Naomi was going through her bag, and I'm like, no, she's going to pull out that pistol. She's Laura? Sure enough, there she is. So that was pretty shocking. But damn, what a good episode. What a good episode. I can't wait to see what the rest of the season has to offer, because this has been an incredible ride so far. So keep up the good work, Ian Goldberg and Andrew Chambliss and everybody else on the show. You guys are doing phenomenal. I'm so excited for what the rest of the season holds. I can't wait for the next episode. It looks like it's going to be a backstory about John and Naomi when they first met. All right, guys, what did you think of tonight's episode? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you expecting more, expecting less? Please leave your thoughts, opinions, and your feedback down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on everything regarding Fear the Walking Dead, which airs new episodes every Sunday night on AMC. Don't miss it. Have a great rest of the night, guys. Thanks for watching, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.